I'll post it to YouTube as well, so we can always access it later if we need to. And we're going to be posting market data to social media. So there are several different ways that we're able to do this, and I'm going to show you some of them. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. So hopefully you can see I am in mycbdesk.com. So this is always where we want to start. Oh, looks like it booted me out a little bit. So let's try that again. All right. So Teams was having some technical difficulties this morning. Hopefully it will cooperate with us now. So we always want to start at mycbdesk.com. I know there's another Realogy site out there, but this is really the agent-friendly version that we want to go into. So where we want to start to actually get the market data and get that really good data that's going to make us look like the area expert, because we are the area expert, is Prospect Square. Even if you don't have your Prospect Square, if you've never been in there before, it's still okay, I promise. So I do have a video I can send you on setting up your profile. That's probably the only prerequisite that you would need to sharing the actual reports themselves. But I'm also going to show you how to share them in different ways. So we're going to jump into Prospect Square. There are some shortcuts as we go into Prospect Square that you can also use. If this is something that you find is something that we use frequently, on my Agent in Touch website, down at the very bottom, you'll see that I do have Prospect Square reports, although it doesn't say that. I do have area reports down here with some links that people can click on. They can get to that information very easily, but really I have this on here because I can get to this information very easily as well. So I'll show you where all of these area reports came from. So when we go into Prospect Square, you will find your profile up here in the right-hand corner. You can go into your profile, make sure all of that information is complete. And then we're going to jump right into the reports. One of the best things about Prospect Square is they have given us some cheat sheets. We have a preview and share button. We can go in, we can get these reports. They are already created for us. We don't even have to make them. We can just find them. So as far as efficiency is concerned, I'm a big fan of that. Now we have two different ways that we can share this information where it's already pre-created for us. That would be our quarterly report, named just like it sounds. It comes out 4 times a year on the 15th of every quarter, and it's going to give statistical and market updates for the entire quarter. So that's always a great thing to share, 4 times a year. Here's a look at the entire quarter, a whole chunk of information at one time. And just so that you're aware, that quarterly report information is county based. So it's because I always say it's very broad in how we share it because it comes out quarterly. It's also broad in the information, as in it's county only. We also have market reports. Those come out every month. They're updated on the 5th of every month. So for example, on the 5th of May, we received April's report. These are also a little bit broader in scope. We can get county information, but we can also whittle that down and give zip code information. With that caveat, there is, some of our areas have multiple zip codes. Frederick, Bel Air, they have multiple zip codes. Towson. So when we do an area report for Towson, it's going to include all of the zip codes. Same with Frederick and Bel Air. It'll include all of the zip codes for that area. Market report, that's not something that we're able to easily share. Just because we do have to create that. That's where you're going to go in, and that's a whole nother class, but you can go in and actually pinpoint different streets. You can pinpoint a specific area. Maybe you only want, English Country Manor, group of condos or something. You can go in and find those. So for this sake, we're going to go in, we're going to utilize the area report. That's going to give us some really good data to share with those that we know. Now you can go into the area report. You can set these reports up to email them directly to your clients, to your prospects, to anyone that would like them. But here, for this sake, we're going to share on social media. So we're going to go ahead and preview and share. And in hitting that preview and share button again, it's going to make it a little more efficient. I don't really have to think about it. I don't have to create it. I just have to find it. So I'm going to go ahead and click this blue find button because I can see it starts in Alexandria City, city, county. Anything that is a city will have the word county behind it. I do apologize for that. It is the city. And these are all in alphabetical order. You can see there's 25 pages. I don't have time to go through 25 pages, so I'm going to hit this find button. Everything's going to come up with MA. That does stand for Mid-Atlantic Region. And then I can go through and I can find the particular county that I want. Now, if I'm looking for a particular zip code, and I'll just go ahead and use my zip code is 21085 for Joppatown. That's in Harford County. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look for Harford County. So I'm going to go ahead and check that button. Do be very careful if you're in Frederick. We do have a Frederick County, Maryland, and a Frederick County, Virginia. So you just want to make sure that you get the correct one. So for this sake, I'm going to go ahead and click on Harford County. I'm going to hit search. What that's going to do is it's going to bring me up all the market data for all the places in Harford County. Remember, I said we can do Harford County itself, or we can go into all of the zip codes. So as you'll see, as we go down, we have 21001, 21009, 21013. Here we have 21014 and 15 together. 210. Everything's going to be in alphabetical order. For some of these, you will see the condo information and the single family home. So if you want to differentiate between the two, you can. If you just choose, for example, this Abingdon, it will have both condo and single family homes. Not sure why they don't have the townhouses sectioned out, but it will have all of the information for all of the available properties. And you can go down and you can find any of the properties that you're looking for. So for here, I'm going to use Joppa. I'm in Joppatown, but it's in the Joppa zip code. And there are several ways that I can share this. So here I have a link here. You're able to take that link. You're able to share on your website. So here you can see I have some hyperlinks. Any of these hyperlinks are going to take you to that particular report. And this is the link that I used for that hyperlink. So if you go to my website and you click on Harford County Area Report, when you click here, it's going to take you to that live report. It's a live link. So that's something that you want to share on your website. It will update for you every month. You don't have to go back every month and click any buttons. So you'll see here, I do have all of my profile information. I will fill you in that not all of these are my social media. Some of them are Coldwell Banker's social media, but I wanted to make sure that I had all of the icons. Yours will say Realty over here, and you'll see here where we're getting our market data. So here I can see in this particular area for the Joppa area in April, days on the market went down 66%. The average price of the homes in this area went up, at least in the zip code, went up over 12%. And we can also see that the sales and the listings also increased dramatically in some cases. So we can see it's a really great time to sell your home. If you're in the market, it's not going to be on the market that long if it's priced correctly. We're going to get a little bit more money for our home. The only caveat of that is finding the home that you want to move into. So giving people access to the data. And here's where we get the full market summary. So I can see exactly how many listings were taken in April of 2021 as compared to April 2020. So this is an excellent time because we're still in the pandemic. We know that last year in April, that's when things were really shutting down. People were going on furlough. People were being laid off. Everything was changing. The market was changing. And people, even though they wanted to sell their home, might have been a little less likely to put their home on the market. Excuse me, hence the housing boom that we've experienced this year. So we can really see, and a great way to preface this when you're pushing it out is do you want to see how COVID, how the pandemic has affected the market in your area? We are seeing a housing boom. This is what is happening. We can see the difference in the listings, but also the sold listings are very close together. We can see the median sold price for the homes has gone up. The average sold price for homes has gone up. The list to sold ratio has gone up just a little bit. Days on the market has gone down. Again, we can get all this information right here, statistically speaking, throughout your area report, as well as all of your reports. You will see this little question mark. You can click on that, and it's going to let you know exactly what this table represents. Any graph that you click on this little icon, it will tell you, this represents the comparison of the data from the previous month to the same month of the previous year. So April of this year and April of last year. It also gets all the year-to-date totals from the current year to the previous year. So it's going to give you all of that information. It's going to tell you how to read that particular graph. As you go along, you're going to see a lot of different graphs. People want different information. Some people may gloss over one and need the other. So here again, graph represents the total number of new and sold properties and units for the past 10 years. So it's giving you volume, it's giving you listing volume, it's giving you medium sales price. Even if you are brand new to the business, you have access to the information. So you can be an area expert. Again, it's not about your experience necessarily, but you are the expert. Even if I don't know what this data is, I can point you in this direction. I can get you access to this information. And you'll see here, once I pull this up, so I had gone through and I had pulled this up from this particular link, which was on my website. I can also click this preview button here, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to give me that preview. And in both of these cases, you're going to see print to PDF. I'm going to see the share button, and I'm going to see the Facebook button. So from both of those options, I have, I can print this to a PDF. I can take it with me to an open house. I can have several copies. I'll probably print it front to back just to save some trees, but I'll have several copies and let people know, if you would like an area report for your area, give me your email. I can set you up to receive that automatically. I like the word automatically. It lets them know I'm going to set them up. They're going to get it from me. I'm not going to be pestering them, harassing them, whatever they might think that I'm going to be doing. There's also a share button here for social media. This has so much social media in it that I do marketing and I couldn't even tell you what half of this stuff is. But you are going to find things in here. Everything basically but Instagram. If you want to send it to your Pinterest, you want to tweet it, you want to put it on LinkedIn, you want to put it on Facebook, you can do that. You can't put it on Instagram because it's not a photo, it's a link. But I am going to show you how to put it on Instagram before we are done today. And then also we have, of course, because it is the most popular of the social media, the prom king of social media, we do have the Facebook button. And this is going to work like any of the social media buttons. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to that social media. Once I get here, if I would like to share this report as the report, I can do that. It's going to come up with the photo that I have on my report. It's going to let people know that it's a Harford County Joppa area report for April of 2021. And I want to make sure that I click here and I want to share that to a page that I manage because I want to put that on my business Facebook page. So I'm going to go ahead and select my Coldwell Banker Realty marketing page, and then I'm able to say something about these statistics. So I might say, wondering, how the pandemic is affecting the real estate market in Joppa. I like to say discover the details. I'm not so much in it It's completely up to you how you do your own verbiage. It's your business and your brand. I like to say discover the details or learn more. I find that those keywords on Facebook are very effective. People love to discover things. We love to learn things. Sometimes if somebody says, hey, click through, I might be less likely to click, like, I don't know, do I want the information? But I always want to discover things. There's nothing wrong with saying, click here to get more information, but giving them a call to action. First, I'm asking a question. Are you wondering, how this is happening? Discover the details by visiting the link below. If you are interested in, if you're interested in getting market updates for your area, let me know. I can set you up to receive them automatically in your inbox each month. So this is letting them know, first of all, I'm asking them a question. So I'm making them think. Then I'm letting them know they can access those details. Here's a call to action. I want you to click this link below to get more information. And if you're interested in getting these automatically, like in your inbox, I can give them to you for any area that you need. Like, reach out to me. Let me know. I like the word automatically. Again, it makes them assume, I'm not going to be constantly harassing them. I'm not the car salesman. I'm not going to be constantly coming back to them. They're just going to get the information they want. They can do what they want with it. They can come back to me with questions. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post to Facebook. And again, it's your business page. You can phrase it how you want. We just want to make sure that we're being careful of fair housing. And then I am a preview person. So I'm going to go to Facebook immediately. I'm going to go to my page. I didn't click. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to look at what that looks like. So here you can see here what that preview is like on my Facebook. It's live. Someone can go through. They can, wondering how the pandemic is affecting the real estate market in Joppa. And then they might think, well, no, I'm wondering about Towson. I'm wondering about Frederick. I'm wondering about, Manchester or Elkton or somewhere else. But it says, discover the details by visiting the link below if you're interested in getting market updates for your area. So that's where I've broadened it out. I've let them know, hey, maybe you don't want to have, get information for Joppa. Maybe you don't know where Joppa is and you don't care, but you want to know about your area. I can set that up and send that to you, and it's going to come automatically to your inbox. That also kind of alludes to them. They're going to have to give me their information. If they really want that information, they're going to have to give me their information. Once they give me their information, they're giving me permission to market to them, to nurture them, to do my lead generation, and to take them from a prospect into being a client. So this is one way of sharing a market update. You can see here, it doesn't give a lot of information. It gives a pretty picture. I'm kind of saying, oh, dangling the carrot in front of them, but it's not really giving them that information necessarily unless they click through and they get to that area report. So then you might be saying, well, number one, I want to give them some information. I want to show that I'm the area expert. How do I give them some of this information? And also, how do I share some of this information on Instagram? Like, I can't share a link on Instagram. So we do have a way for you to do that as well. So once you've gone into Prospect Square and you've got your area report, again, we're going to pull that report up. We can get all of that good information on there. I'll go ahead and close this one out because we do have this one here that we have open. I'm going to go into brand serve. So brand serve, again, is another tile that you're going to have in your InTouch or your desk system. The digital asset creator, your logos are in here, all of your social media assets. If you've never clicked on the brand serve tile before, it will require you to ask for access to it. That usually takes under 24 hours to get you in. Once you're in and you click on it, you're going to come in, you're going to see, welcome to Coldwell Banker brand serve. You're going to have the girl with the smoke. Any new tiles or tactics or images will be down on the bottom. But again, I like to be efficient with my time. So I'm just going to type in market update in this top right-hand corner. That's because I've been in there before. I know what it's called. This is what I'm looking for. And you'll see here, there are 3 separate results. So I'm going to go ahead and view all of my results so I can look at them a little bit bigger on the screen. Excuse me. And here I have different options. What do I want this data to look like when it comes out? So you'll see we do have the region name here. Market update, social media image blue. It's just going to give you some good information. And for that, I'm going to kind of go into pages. Sorry, I'm a little bit click happy today. So I'm going to go into the pages and I'm going to find. So let me just go ahead and type in Frederick. We're going to go to the Frederick office. Each of your offices this past Friday, we did post the market updates. So you'll see here, we've posted some of these market updates for just some different areas that your office may serve. We did it as a carousel. People can go through, they can look at the different county information. They can also click on that information in the Facebook app and get to Coldwell Banker Homes because we did set that up down here. Now you can also edit this information here. You can always take this information, copy it, and share it on your page with your own report. You can also share directly from your office page if you would like. What I like to do is I like to do some area reports. Maybe I have those scheduled to come out throughout the month. Maybe the 5th of every or the 6th of every month I have one zip code. You know, maybe the 8th of every month I have another zip code. You can actually go in and schedule those ahead of time. So I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing that you want to do is choose which format you like the most. If you use the format with the photo, just remember we cannot Google any kind of photo. We do have to own the rights to any photo that we use in any marketing that we produce and put out to the public. We can use BrandServe. When you come into BrandServe marketing assets, there is photography here that we're able to utilize. I am also a fan of Canva and unsplash.com, so I can get maybe more of a stock image for a particular area. If I was going to do one for the Frederick area, maybe it looks like a farm, just depending on what area you're in. And on my website, I have lots of stock images as well with the ones that I've shared. For this sake, we're just going to go in. Actually, we will go into this one. All of the information will be exactly the same as we're going to input for all 3 of them. This one just has the additional input of the photo. So we'll go ahead and we'll choose that particular tactic. And we'll see here, there's no additional info really because there's nothing, it's not giving us any verbiage. It's not telling us what to say. We're just going to go in and we're going to input some of this good information. So I'm going to go ahead and customize this. And it's going to give me the option to really customize and how do I want it to look. So for this one, I already have Hartford County pulled up, so I guess we'll go with that one. Here I'm going to go ahead and customize the name just in case I do a whole bunch of them at one time. So this is a Hartford County market update. I'm just going to say maybe this is for April. Region name, if you want to just say Hartford County. If you want to say, actually, we're gonna do one step more. Hartford County, we can do Hartford County, Maryland. And I'll show you how to do this a little more nitty gritty. Again, this could be the county. It could be for any of the zip codes that we're pushing out. And we want to say, okay, this is for April of 2021. So we want to make sure anytime anyone sees it, they know exactly what this information is from. We have all residential types. So I'm going to include all of the residential types, single family, townhomes, condos. And this is where you can determine you do have to choose 3 as a minimum, but you can also choose up to 5 of the statistics that you would like to enter. We do have to choose them from the drop-down menu. So I tend to follow just whatever is here on the side. So I'm going to do the median sales price, the average sales price, properties for sale. I'm going to do properties sold and the average days on the market, that DOM. So I'm going to go back to my report. And this would be the same for any of the areas, whether it's a county, whether it's a particular zip code. And I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to look for that information here. So I'm going to look for that median sales price. So how much it sold for, median sold price. I'm literally just going to go in. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it right in here. The average sales price, we know that's the sold price. So we're going to go ahead and copy that information and paste it in there. New listings, 503, sold 354. So I'm going to remember new listings was 503. Properties sold was 354. And then average days on the market is now 11. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Now, we know, because we work for Maryland, the Maryland Real Estate Commission does require us to have our DBA logo, our doing business as. Every single piece of marketing that I ever push out must have Coldwell Banker Realty. I'm not allowed to just say Coldwell Banker. Coldwell Banker Realty is what is printed on my pocket card and on my license. So for DBA, to be very efficient with my time, I'm going to type in CBR for Coldwell Banker Realty. It's going to pop up right here, eliminating all other options, and I can choose that immediately. No time wasted. So my sourcing data or my disclaimer. So what would I say here? Where is this information coming from? So I'm able to click on my report again, and I can scroll all the way to the very, very bottom, and you'll see this kind of lengthy disclaimer here at the bottom. The disclaimer on my brand serve tile is simply asking me for the sourcing data. So that would actually be the very first two sentences here on your Prospect Square area report. I'm going to highlight those. I'm going to hit copy. And I don't even read this anymore. I've read it so many times. As you read through it, property information herein is derived from various sources that may include but not be limited to county records and the multiple list system. It may include approximations. Although the information is believed to be accurate, it's not warranted. You should rely on it, without personal verification. Of course, we have to say that. I don't even read it anymore. I just know that anything that's before this copyright is what I need to include. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight and copy that, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it here. So I always like to go up and take out that little extra space there. It always gives me. But now I need to generate a proof. But wait, if you have chosen the white tile or the Coldwell Banker blue tile, you would be finished right now, and you could hit generate proof. But here I've also included a photo. So I do need to add that image. So I'd like to put all the information in first. If you want to add the image first, you can. And I'm going to go to add image. I'm going to go ahead and choose a file. And I'm going to go up and find pictures. I do have some stock images. So here you can see I have one that's already kind of cut out. If the area that you're serving is rural, you always want something that's going to look like that particular area. So here I have a picture of Bel Air. I have Chesapeake City, just some various things. And these are all photos that I am able to use. They're not copyrighted. They're all stock images. If I want to go through and use them, no one's going to come to me and say, hey, you owe me, because of a copyright infringement. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the one with the sunflowers. It reminds me of Jarrettsville when all the sunflowers come out. We'll see what that's going to look like, because this is a landscape photo, and the one that we're looking for is going to be more of a vertical photo. So let's see what this one is going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and agree that I do have the rights to use the content that I uploaded. So they do have the image right terms here. So you definitely do, if you haven't already, want to read through that, because we are responsible for this information if we've checked this button. You'll see that I can't generate a proof or move forward until I agree. So I'm going to go ahead and read through and then generate my proof. Once I've generated my proof, It's going to take a few minutes. Yes, that's fine. I can hit OK or just wait for it to jump to the next page. From here, I can see that I have that market update social media image with image upload. That makes no sense to me, but here I can see that I did the Harford County market update for April. From here, I can either go in right here and add this to my cart and check out and utilize it, or if I would like to create another, I can just simply hit this back button up here. That's going to throw me right back into the template. I'm able to go in and create another one if I choose. Maybe I want to do this. I have an appointment with myself on the 5th or the 6th of every month to create some of these. I can go to Facebook. I can schedule them to come out. I can then take them. My cheat is to go in. If I have this photo on my phone, I can just share it to Instagram, or sometimes I just share it to Facebook from my computer. I'll open up Facebook on my phone. I'll take the photo right there from Facebook and then share it to Instagram. Because although I can go to Instagram on the desktop, I can't share anything. So then I have to determine if I want to create another one, I can. If I want to go into my cart or anything that's currently pending, I can go back to pending. Again, if I've added other things, I can check all of them. I can add them to my cart. And I did that a little bit quickly, but probably what I want to do before I do that is I want to go in and I want to look at what it looks like. So I forgot to do that. And I've actually had agents that said, hey, look, I put this in my cart. I didn't look at it. What do I do now? I'm just going to go ahead and go into my cart. It's going to allow me to go ahead and place my order. If I had opened it before I placed it in my cart, I'd always be able to go back and edit it. Here I also do have that option. So I always like to point that out. If you've gone through and ordered it, then you say, oh, wait, I didn't look at it, or it doesn't look good to me. You can always go in and reorder the item if you need to. So from here, I'm able to distribute the file two different ways. I can either get the file now, save it to my computer, post it to Facebook, or schedule it to come out on Facebook, or I can publish directly to social media. If I want to publish directly to social media, it will come up. I've already connected my Facebook. It will ask you to connect your business Facebook account. You will need to know your password to do this. So I know some agents are like, oh, shoot, I have no idea what that is. So I do have to go in and plug in my password, and that's going to take me on. Do not be deceived. Mine is connected to my business account. But we know with Facebook, we have one login. It's for our personal profile. Our businesses are kind of attached. They're not really, infiltrated with our personal profile, but I do have to connect as myself. And then you'll see all the different pages here. It is checked off to be on that business page. And, do I want to leave these on? I do, because it might not work properly if I turn them off. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes and okay. So now I am linked. I guess it made me link. I did update my password on Facebook, so that must be why it made me link again. I can add a message here about whatever it is that I want to say about this particular information. Discover what's new in the it's Harford County area. Contact me today to receive these report. I could say that this data directly. Who do you know that wants to buy or sell? I like to have a call to action. What am I asking them to do? So I can post this right now, or I can actually schedule this to come out in the future. So I literally just posted something. I don't want to probably do a back-to-back posting. Maybe I want this to come out tomorrow. Maybe I want it to come out at 10:30ish in the morning. So I'm just going to do 10:37. So it doesn't look like robot posting. Or actually here, maybe I'm just going to choose. So I'll just choose 10:30, and then I can preview this. So here you can see that picture does look really pretty. It looks like Harford County. We have lots of sunflowers here. Discover what's new in the Harford County area. Contact me today to receive this data directly. Who do you know that wants to buy or sell? And here I have, Harford County, Maryland. Maybe you don't want to put Maryland. Maybe you just want to put Harford County. Here's the market update for April. All residential types. Here's all that good statistical data. This is something I can put on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, and I'm going to go ahead and publish. So Facebook's going to hold on to that until tomorrow for me at 10:30. It's going to release that for me. If I don't want to do it this way, or if I don't want to share it right away, I can also get the file now. Mine saves everything via Paint. It's going to pull it up via Paint. But that's where I'm going to go in and save as. I'm a folder person. So really the only wrong way to save this is if you can't find it later. I'm going to go ahead into brand serve. I do have a market update folder where I can go in and do April market updates. And maybe I want to say, this is a Harford County market update for April 2021. With a photo. I'll just put photo. So here I have that market update. And if I want to go to Facebook, again, the only wrong way to save it is if I can't find it later. I can go straight into my page and I'm able to share that just as I did with this one as well. So I'm just going to cheat right now and copy this so I don't have to think about it. But I'm going to go ahead and create my post. I'm going to choose a photo, video. I'm going to find wherever I save that on my computer. So I know that I put it in brand serve. I put it in a market update. I put it in April. Here it is with the photo. And I'm just going to cheat the system and paste. And then I'd be able to share that right now. Now, because I just shared something, I probably don't want to share something else immediately 19 minutes later. I don't want to spam the people on my page. So I'm going to go down on the left-hand toolbar, and on your business page, there's something that says Publishing Tools. This is your friend. If you like to do social media advertising on Facebook and you want to push stuff out on your business page and get people to follow you, here I can see all of my published posts, see how they're doing, and I can go in for scheduled post here. So you can see here, because I scheduled that through the system, it's already showing up on the top. So I can click on that. I can see the post preview. I can see exactly what it's going to say. I can go in, I can reschedule. Again, if I want to choose tomorrow at 10:37, again, I don't like things to look like I'm robotically posting. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but when it comes out, I want it to kind of have an off time, make it look very organic, and I can reschedule that. You'll see anything that you have scheduled to come out. Unfortunately, it doesn't put them in the order they will appear on your page, but it does show them in the order that you put them in there. So here I do have something coming out on May 11th at 9:37. So I do have a calendar next to me that I'm really not looking at right now. So I don't want to post something so close. So again, I can always go in and reschedule again. Maybe I want that to come out in the afternoon instead. So you're able to do that. Or if you did not schedule through the system, that's where we're able to go in, create this post. And again, you can go in and create as many of these as you want. I can then go in and create a lot of these posts. Again, I'm just going to find wherever that post is on my computer. I'm going to say something about it. Again, this is Harford County, and I can schedule that post to come out any day that I want it to come out throughout the month. So maybe, the 12th of every month, I'm posting a specific zip code. Maybe, every Monday of the month, I'm posting a county that I serve. You really can do this any which way that you want. And once this is out on your page, again, you're able to take this information. I kind of cheat the system a little. I let it come out on my Facebook. I go to Facebook. I save the photo to my phone. I save the copy. I go right to Instagram and I post it live. You're also able to post on LinkedIn the same way, Twitter the same way. You can push this information out. Again, just make sure if you're using the photo that you are using a photo that represents that particular area, that it looks good to you, and that you own the rights, or you're using a freely usable stock image. So if you're a Canva user, you can get photos there, lots of photos, and brand serves are always adding to them. And again, the other one that I use frequently is unsplash.com. So if you're looking for very rural images, I use these on my website. I use them on social media, just different ways of using them. But again, you can just go up, market, update. And again, you can go in, you can create as many of these at one time as you want. It's just about pulling up that particular report in your excuse me, in your prospect square. Or if you're like me, I have a lot of the area reports on my website just for easy access, but you can go in a prospect square. If you're currently looking for Washington County, I will tell you that they are in the process of updating the system. For some reason, Washington County, we can't find it. So they are working on getting that in there as well. But again, reports, area report in your prospect square, that preview and share button. And again, just about finding whatever area that is. And again, we can go in, we don't have to do an entire county. If I just want to share maybe a specific area, maybe I just want to share Middletown, I can do that. Again, I can just click here to preview. I can share the entire report, or I can get all of the statistical information, and I can plug it into that brand serve tactic. I can find a photo online, something that looks like that particular area, again, that's free, that does not have a copyright infringement, and I can use that. Or I can use the plain blue, the plain white, whatever it is I want to use to push that information out on my business page. Again, these work very well for Instagram as well, but I do like the fact that on Facebook, I have the option of pushing it out this way, or maybe I use the same photo every month. So people will start to recognize, oh, wait, that's the Hertford County report that I was looking for. Oh, it's the 10th of the month. So I know to come to your page and look for that. If I'm scrolling back through your page, and let's say now we're into June or July, and I've gotten all the way back to this particular post. The good thing about this is it's giving me the information for April. It's going to be stagnant. It's always going to be the same. They're always going to get this information for April. I do want to let you know, because it is a live link, let's say 2 months from now, someone is scrolling through and they're going through all of my different things that I have on my business page, and they get to this post and it says, oh, Angie posted this on May 10th. And let's say it's July 14th. If they click through and they click on this link, it's going to give them the most updated report. So you'll see that's why I did not mention April here. It's just letting them know this is the most updated, here's some information. If they click on this in July, they will receive the June report, because by then that will be the most recent report. So you'll see they'll be able to go down and get all of the statistical information for that. Another benefit of having these reports and sharing these market updates is if you are a video user, don't be afraid whether you're on camera or maybe, for example, Joppa. So I've got this great Joppa information. It is a beautiful sunny day where I am. If I'm out and about, I can literally go down to Mariner Point Park. I can take some video standing out on the pier of the water, of the boats going by, and I can do a little video that says, hey, you know what? I'm in Joppa today at a 21085 zip code. I am showing some beautiful homes to my buyers. We just got done, and I wanted to come check out this great park. There's a public boat launch here. There's some nature trails, some fishing piers, playgrounds, pavilions. There's a canoe and kayak launch. It's just amazing. By the way, did you know that right now in this area, days on the market has gone down 83%. You heard me correctly. This time last year, 49 days average on the market. We know a lot of that had to do with COVID and the pandemic. Right now, it's an average of 8 days on the market. So if you're thinking about buying in this area, call me. We'll have to get in quickly. We'll make sure that we bring our biggest, and our best offer. The sales price has gone up just slightly, but you can give some of this information in a video as well. So if you're seeing some real estate trends here, you can go through and look at this information. You can give that in a video. Here I am today. It's May 10th. I'm in such and such area, or maybe I even just want to take a picture of a tree-lined street, and I'm showing properties today in beautiful Westminster, and here's just a beautiful shot of the street that I'm showing properties on. And did you know right now average days on the market is only 8 days? So there's different ways that we can give this information out. We don't have to give all of it at one time. Right now there are, for the month of April, there were 25 new listings and 21 homes sold. Right there, we know that doesn't mean there were only 25 properties on the market, but if 25 new ones came on and 21 went off the market, it's a hot market. So letting people know you are the area expert. It's really designed to show them your expertise. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. You can be brand spanking new. You can give people this information, and they're just going to think you know everything. Again, I don't tell people I have a program for this. They don't know. I might have spent hours and hours and hours collecting this data and putting it together in this pretty package for them. They don't need to know I clicked a couple buttons. Nobody needs to know. So again, you can share on social media very easily. Again, you can get this to your Instagram, to your LinkedIn, to your Twitter. You're able to share as links. And again, on Instagram, you're able to share as those photos. You're able to also, when you go in, if you would like to share them, share several at a time. Maybe I don't want to just share this one. Maybe I want to share several of them at one time. I can create a post. You're able to choose photo and video, and maybe I want to do a carousel. So I can also go in, do a carousel. I want to give it a website. So I'm going to give it My Agent in Touch website. Let's drive some traffic to My Agent in Touch website. I'm going to go ahead. Here you're going to see it's going to give all of these little, it's going to pop up with specific photos, and that's okay. I can go through and I can actually add photos. So if I want to add some of these, I can add the ones with the photos. I can add the ones without the photos. Anything that I uncheck or I check here will come out. So I'm going to uncheck all of these. I'm going to move this up to the front. So here you're going to see this. Then I can also go back in anything that I've already created. So maybe I want Cecil County as well. Now I'm going to put that extra one in there. I'm going to take out that one. So now you'll see again, you can do with the photo, without the photo. People can scroll through. They can get several at one time. Again, I can give them very specific information, maybe what's new in your area. Contact me to receive this data directly. If they're not seeing what they need, they can always get back to me. And I believe that you can also, I want to say it's up to 5 that you can post at one time. So I can also go in and give them as much data or as little data as I want. But that is a good way to, again, give some of that information, and then you can post that out and schedule that out. But if you want to, again, several at a time, We do that from the office pages. So if you go into any of the office pages and you see those, feel free to share them from your office page as well. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. And then down at the bottom, I didn't really click on it, but if you click down here, you're able to add different verbiage. So it doesn't necessarily, it could just say Baltimore County, market update. This one could say Baltimore City market update. So again, we can change some of that information as well to really reflect our marketing and what we want to do. And again, that's just under the publishing tools. And again, when you go into schedule, you're just going to choose the carousel option of creating that post. It's always going to make you put in a URL first. So I did have an agent one time that asked me, is there a way to create the carousel and not link it? And there's not. So that's what I'm saying. It's a very, very good way for you to put in your own website. If you work on a team, you can have your team website. If you really want to send people to Coldwell Banker Homes, you can. I just don't prefer to do that. I don't want someone going to, to other pages where there's other agents. But you can see on my page, because I've already created some of these, this is where I'm able to go down here and say, Anne Arundel County, maybe I want to say real estate area report. Once I click off of that, you'll see here it's going to rename it. So if I've gone in and created any kind of report, you can also rename them. You can go in, do all that. So I know I went a little bit quickly. Does anybody have any questions? No questions? You guys are quiet. So definitely go in, have some fun with it. It's a great resource for you as an agent. I look at these all the time, so I can kind of spout off to you at any given moment, how many days on the market are in my particular area, at least. If you farm a specific area, definitely be pushing out information for your farming area. But it's just a way to let people know you're the local area expert. We're in a pandemic. We have a new president. Doesn't really matter what someone's opinion is, but people get fearful. Whether they're happy about those things or they're not happy about those things, they get fearful. We're going to replace that fear with some fact. We're going to give them some good information. We're going to let them know where we got that information and that it is legit, and that we are the area expert when we do that. So if you guys don't have any questions, I will let you go. We will have this recording available to us later. We can go back and look at it. If you get stuck, let me know. We can do a one-on-one appointment and go over all of this as well. I'm here to help you with any of your marketing needs. So with that,